Okay, welcome everyone. This is the course IASP 505. It's the foundations for cybersecurity science, for example. Okay, this course covers foundations. Foundations of cybersecurity major and research or practice includes programming and computer science concept. I know many of you do not have computer science background, but this is a course that you can scan through all essence of computer science. All right. Let's quick introduce yourself, your name, and if you have a bachelor's degree, in what discipline. If you do not, but still take a graduate course, fine. And a little bit of experience of programming, if you know any language. Let's start, James.
My name is James Lynch. I have dual degree bachelor's and dual degree master's bachelor's in cybersecurity.
Language that you know?
I have some programming background, Java and C++.
Oh, great.
And
So he knows Java and C++. Because our online students wants to know you also.
my next goal is to learn Python. And I know a little bit of done some messing around with SQL in my own server. And did a project I took in class last semester and was WebSockets and CSS also my next.
Well, great. Well, by the way, this course covers a little bit of the Python can hook up with the sockets and capture network packets and unpack packets and analyze. So which bits or bytes implies what. Okay. So it has, for example, source address and as far as you know, a little bit of the pack method of the packets, network packets. When you send the data, then in this class we don't do how to pack, but we will do how to unpack using Python. But we'll do another class, for example, 560 wireless network. Then we'll do how to pack and send the data over the wireless communication. But anyway, my comments to you.
My name is Jesse Lemo. I've been here for a couple of years now. This is my last semester to receive the bachelor's. I'm in the dual program now. Taking one graduate class besides this. I've also taken Java.
How many more semesters to go? One more semester?
This is the last one for the bachelor's.
This is the last?
Yeah.
You are in the dual degree?
Yeah.
How many graduate courses?
Just for the bachelor's part of it.
I know.
Yeah.
You better take.
I have 4 right now. I've been doing
Oh,
classes.
you, for all, yeah.
505,
Then
585.
okay, great.
Yeah, so
That way you can maximize.
What do you say is better?
You are graduate already.
No.
Dual degree. The advantages of a dual degree is this: you can save time and money. Okay. If you are in the dual degree, while you are in the bachelor's level, you can take at most 4 graduate courses. Those 4 graduate courses can be used to fulfill the requirements of your bachelor's degree. And those 4 courses again will be used for your master's requirements. So those 4 master's courses will be a double dipping. You can use twice, which saves time and money.
When I was at the advisor, they said that master's classes do not go towards your bachelor's.
Who?
Yeah.
I think they have wrong
I think
information.
they were wrong, right?
Right,
Because they
yeah.
said that to me, I was like, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing this semester in order to graduate or to get my bachelor's.
Right.
So I'm using graduate credits.
That's awesome. So the five.
So, for example, Jess' case, Jess.
So this is a 500 level course, right?
Yeah, this can be used, for example, this can be taken while you're in bachelor's. And when you start your master's program, you already completed 4 courses out of 10, which means
40%.
40% exactly, and then 6 more courses to get a master's degree. The ideal case, then it takes only 2 semesters.
Next fall.
Congratulations.
I'm taking Python as well, so I know some Python, HTML, PHP, MySQL.
So he knows a lot. I think you're maybe
I
overqualified.
don't want to do master in the basics though, right? No one wants to do master in the basics.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna try to stick to one and get really good at it.
So with my 500 level courses, I'm taking like 3 500 level courses, so they could all apply towards my bachelor's too.
Are you already in master's or still in bachelor's?
I still haven't got my bachelor's yet.
Oh, great. Then you can take at most 2. If you take, so you can take 4 graduate courses before you earn bachelor's degree. Are you in dual degree? No.
Yeah.
Are you in dual? Then, yeah, you are the right track. How many semesters to go in your case?
I think
If you have 1 more semester, then you'll be okay.
I have 1 more semester.
Okay, good. Yeah, you have enough time. Yeah, you can take more. How many master's program already taken, including this?
This semester I'm taking 4 classes. I think 3.
Or all masters?
I think 2 of them are 500.
2 of them 500.
2 at a time.
Okay, so in the spring you can take other 2. Great.
My name is Kamala Brian. I have a bachelor's in computer science, and this is my second master's program. I have a master's in HR from nursing, and I know a little bit about Java language, just a little.
You said you are computer science.
Yes. Then I have a master's in HR.
So the language that you practiced during your bachelor's,
Was
what? Java. I think. Okay.
Then Dr. Rao helped me brush up on the Java again
Mm-hmm.
during the break, so I think I'm good.
Okay, good.
My name is Marvin. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice. This is my first computer course ever.
You are Marvin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Criminal justice. Okay. You are all innocent. We have no criminal record. That's fine. Okay, so you have no programming background.
My first computer.
So this is first programming, right? It's good. So you have a fresh, brand new playground, so that you'll be okay. Huh?
My name is Yixuan Tu. You can call me Jerry, and I'm an international student, and I'm a graduate of I'm a graduate student, and this is my first semester, and my programming experience is almost on Android, and I use C# and Java.
Okay, good.
My name's Alan Wagner, and I have a bachelor's in criminal justice from here. Been here for 4 years. Don't have much programming experience. I much did Code Academy over the summer for Python.
You did
Yeah,
successfully.
made it a little bit, kind of far, almost like a little bit halfway. class 2 days ago to start doing R.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was like the top thing for
Okay.
data mining was. And I have to implement both those now.
Great. Yeah, most of you have programming background except Marvin. Marvin, if you want to practice extra, if you want to make sure that your programming concept, then there is another website that you can learn from. It's like Coding Academy, or what is the name of that? Alan?
Code Academy?
Coding Academy.
Coding?
Coding Academy. So you can, yeah, code, yeah. You could Google it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like W3 schools.
Yeah, W3 schools always provides all kinds of tutorials. So a lot of resources available over the internet, in addition to the lecture that I can give it to you. Probably my lecture is unique, so if you have some problem, then always you can gain or catch up from somewhere, or you can come to me and we can talk. All right, this is our Blackboard. There is a syllabus posted already, right? So if I change this to student mode, then you can see the syllabus. So let me
I thought you did. He was on that.
What size? 15 minutes or 30 minutes?
Yeah, I hear that.
Why is it different?
Yeah, you just use like the 90 watt, mine is the 65 watt.
all right. This is my name, and this is my office number. I can check my office number. I mean, if you leave messages, then I can check the messages only likely Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because I'm off Monday and Tuesday. So I can give you my cell number. This is my cell number, so 914 that. For example, if you want my attention, direct attention, immediate attention, then you can text me and point me to whichever you want to show. For example, I posted my homework assignments, Blackboard, but you didn't grade, then you can text me, for example. Right? And yeah, I'm sometimes real Hangout, right? I'll be available at Google Hangout or real physical Hangout possible. We can go to Main Street. Oh, that's the city, right? Okay, the website. I'm running only Blackboard website. Personally, I don't like, but I can run my own website, but it's not allowed. Okay, email. Any issues related to this course needs to be mailed within Blackboard. I have regular email here at merstudy.edu. This email is maybe for any emergency. Okay. So winter time approaching. Usually fall semester, the winter in New York is not really terribly bad. So we might not have, well, sometimes, okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, sometimes we have cold weather in October, but hopefully not in this semester. Then probably no emergencies, right? But in the spring semester, always, till March or April. So any emergency, you can email here, but if you do not hear from me, then text me. And you can say, hey, I sent you email you at mercy.edu. Would you be able to read and do some action for me? Then I will do so. All the homework assignments, anything that you need to submit should be done within Blackboard. In Blackboard, there is a Dropbox. Some students do not know, oh, where is the Dropbox? Okay, here, course material. If you go to course material, click the course material. What I'm trying to do is, if we have any homework assignments, then you can see here, this is the top level of the course material menu. So first folder is intro, and second folder is module 1 Python. We have three major modules. Module 1 is Python. Module 2, network. Module 3, systems. But for the system module, we'll have two systems to discuss: operating systems and database systems. Okay. So basically, this course covers 3 big modules: programming, network, and systems. Systems further can be decomposed to operating systems and database systems. So we'll have more modules here. In between, when I ask you to do any homework assignments, then homework assignments comes up here in this top level. So you don't miss. I do this because many times a student says, I didn't know that homework assignments are under some deep in the folder, so I want to put homework assignments on top. So if you miss, which means you never comes in your Blackboard, number 1. Number 2, if you miss, if you don't see it, then deadline passed. There's always deadline. If deadline passed, sometimes I remove. It's not really remove. It's hidden. Okay? By clicking, for example, hey, this is the deadline. You want to show this homework assignments until what? Till the deadline, or even further, or throughout whole semester? Things like that. I try to keep it throughout whole semester, but sometimes clicked accidentally. In that case, also you can text me. Hey, Professor Yoon, I'm sorry I missed the deadline, but I would like to see the homework assignments for partial credits or whatsoever. Okay, that is fine. So all homework. Okay, homework. For example, if that is a homework, then if you click that homework, then you can see the description of the homework assignments, and within the same page, toward the bottom of that page, then there is a button that you can attach, include your homework file. That is the so-called Dropbox here in Blackboard. Okay. Question? I think you all have experience.
One quick question.
Sure.
So in the rare occasion where we might not meet, say there's an emergency or something, we're going to get probably an email to our school emails, or maybe on Blackboard.
Text?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying on your end though, if you want to tell us.
Oh, when I
You'll
need.
probably be here most days, right? I know, like.
I never missed it without early notice in my life.
Good.
But who knows, right?
Yeah, I just come over the bridge. That's why. You know.
Yeah.
Pay the toll. It's kind of a.
Yeah, there are a lot of crazy guys on the road.
Oh yeah.
Somebody may hit
Oh,
me
yeah,
and
that can happen, you're right.
and send it to me emergency.
He's got to turn around.
Oh, if I am in emergency,
Crazy.
then there's no way that I can contact you.
Yeah.
If my finger and my brain is okay, then I could do, right?
Yeah.
I can. If yeah. I don't know. Yeah, real emergency, then
Maybe a group
if it's a
message.
real emergency, then probably I don't show up. If I don't show up, then there's a real problem.
Okay.
You can assume that I have big problem. You can report to police. Hey, Professor Yoon is missing. On his way here. That is the only case. Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah. It's happened so many times.
Oh, yeah.
I want to. I've been here for about 4 years. I couldn't even count on my fingers and toes the amount of times where I came over the bridge, and then
Yeah.
went to the classroom.
Luckily, I'm not the other. I'm not coming from the other side. Yeah. So, but I'm not near here. Hopefully, I'm near here so that I can walk.
Yeah.
If I have nothing. I know Alan's cell number, so just in case, then I can. And at least if you text me a couple of times, then I save your name so that I know who I need to talk. Sometimes if I am a little late, few minutes late, I had one time because of traffic. I planned, but accident in Tappan Zee, then the traffic jammed all the way back. So to the White Plains, and I'm coming from there, and when I go up the highway, then it's fully packed. Then there's no way. I need to wait the first exit, but to get to the first exit, it takes 30 minutes or hour.
Crawling. Oh, yeah.
It's very easy to text because car never move. Yeah, in that case, I can do Ellen, and those who text me at least once, then I save yours. Okay, so text me. Like James, if he wants to hang out, so text me then. Hey, Dr. Yoon, I'm in somewhere XYZ pub. Then. All right. What else? So all the homework assignment needs to be submitted within the Blackboard. Okay. If you do not, for example, if you miss the deadline, therefore there is Dropbox disappeared, then you need to email me. When you do that, when you have late submission, then you need to attach your late submission to your email within Blackboard. Within Blackboard. That is very, very important. If you send your late submission to my regular email, then there's no way that I can put your assignments to your folder in your Blackboard. It's a totally different systems. I want your achievement within the Blackboard. So whenever you want to find, whenever, for example, New York State's Department of Education asks me to open I want to see Jerry's achievement. Then I can click Jerry's achievement and show it to him. Things like that, okay? So I want to keep all the students' work in one place. course description, as I keep saying, introducing about this course covers programming and 3 other core computer science subjects in 1 semester, which means do not expect too much. But I want you to refresh if you already know some. If you never know any this, then I want to have some concept. When we are talking about operating systems, then you need to know, oh, what operating systems can do for me? Okay, that type of things will be delivered.
Do you have a textbook?
There's not there are a lot of textbooks available, but 1 subject, 1 textbook. Look at this. Yeah, for language, this is a textbook. No, not textbook. Reference, network operating systems and database systems. If you want, you can buy it all, or I can give to you mine. In this, still under revision, but I covers everything in terms of a programming perspective.
Because I have like $200 in book vouchers, financial aid. So can I spend it on that in the bookstore or no?
I didn't ask them to have these books for you to buy.
So download them?
I got a Python book here before, I believe. It might not be the same Python book, but I bought one from here. I think it was Learning Python. I want to say they might have it here.
Oh, this is a Learning Python. Yeah. Is this the one?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
really?
Probably.
This is one typical. Yeah. But the other books, network operating systems and database, they're all good books. They're all good. I've taught, for example, Silver Shots here and there. He's in right now Yale University. What?
They're expensive because you don't
Yeah, it is expensive.
ebook.
Yeah, you can
Really,
buy.
really.
So these are the books for your reference, and if you want to learn real computer science skills concepts, you better have those textbooks on your bookshelves. So anytime when you need to refer, then you need to pull out and read. It's like a Bible in this area. I'm not sure. I didn't check the recent edition. This was prepared a few semesters ago. Probably they revised this. So Abby and Hank, these 2 guys, he's in Lehigh University. They both are from University of Texas. Where? Austin, yeah. They left there about 15 years ago. And he's in Yale, he's there. Okay. That's textbook. Prerequisite, none. So Marvin, you're okay? You're welcome. This is the first course for the master's program in cybersecurity. So you can take. I strongly recommend you to start with this course. It's not required, but recommended. Learning outcomes by the end of this course, then will be able to. You should be able to. They said should rather than will be. Should be able to manage files, search, define functions, explain network layers, apply network protocols, manage and monitor IP packets and routing, explain principles of design and development, analysis of both operating systems and database systems, express scripts to manipulate file systems, express SQL statements to manage the major components of database systems. And this is the outcome, learning outcome of this course. Therefore, that is mapped to the program students' learning outcomes. Okay, we have 6 program student learning outcomes, so they are matched. And each of these is also further matched to all the way up to the college objectives. Meeting 8:30 to 11:15, but usually go over to 11:15. Right? In the syllabus, course schedule for the fall semester, it shows till 12:15, for example. In the fall semester, it shows about 3 hours. In the spring semester for 3 hours. In the fall semester for 4 hours. It's not really 4 hours. It's not really 3 hours. It's somewhere there. Right? Oh, by the way, sometimes, quite often in the fall semester, every fall semester, we have some convocation and some meetings. So I may stop early. For example, next week here, we have faculty convocation by the president of Mercy from 9 o'clock, but I'm not going to attend from the beginning, but I should attend the second half of that convocation. So I would expect to start this course next week about 10:30 or 10:30. Okay, so we'll have only 2 hours next week. Something like that will occur, but not today. Textbooks will be provided to you, not printed version. I do not have printed version, but on the PDF posted on your Blackboard, so you can read it. This is rubrics that I can evaluate your submission, your assignments. Documentation also important. That is 20%. Functionality and efficiency. When you do programs, because this course requires a lot of programmings. Although you do network, but after you understand the networks, then I wanted to do programming. So that I think, except a couple of times, all programming assignments. Okay? So I know many of you finally hate me. Don't hate me much. Functionality. What I want to see from your assignments, if it is programming, then I want to see if it functions well. If it functions well, then you will get 60%. Okay, so you did complete documentation. Documentation, if it is coding, then put some comments. Without comments, then then there will be two problems. Later, if you come back to your coding list, it takes so long to figure out, although that is written by you. You have all such an experience, right? What is this variable? Why did I declare this? So you have to mark there some comments that this variable contains what value. Some computation, some formula, then it's very hard to figure out. Then you need to read it, and when you first create it, you can give comments. This one's for example, temperature conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius, for example, right? This formula is foreign exchange formula from US dollar to Japanese yen in chess case. Things like that. So if there is no error, no nothing, but you have your program runs completely and in sound, then sound means no error, then 6%. Finally, 20% separated for efficiency evaluation. I didn't do this my previous lecture. This is the first time that I apply efficiency. Why? There are many reasons. Okay, let me give you one reason. When you have an interview, okay, some of our graduates interviews with Amazon.com, for example. But about 20 years ago, I had interview with the Amazon.com, so I know what questions they are asking and how, right? Then they usually set up 2 or 3 the phone interviews after HR interview. Okay, HR, very basic interview, right? General information about you. And then phone interview, technical phone interviews. One of the staff members on the phone at the other side, and he asked, for example, do you know this? But if you say no, then you're out quick. If you say yes, explain it. Explain. Can you code it? Yes, I do. What language do you know? So if you say Python, doesn't matter the language. Okay, then do it. Do it now while you're on the phone. And then say, I'm done. Then he says, read it. So I read. So why did you do that? He asked. So I explained. Is it perfect? Is it highly efficient? Then of course I said no. I said, can you improve it? But if I say no, I cannot, then that's the second time you're out. But if you say yes, I can. Yes, I think I can. Then improve it now. Improve it now. Improve what? At the first coding list, it works well, but it's not optimized. It is not the best coding. In response to his question about the improvement, and because you said, I think I can, therefore you need to improve it. As you improve, you need to say how it is improved. Then you can say, hey, previous code, it takes, for example, polynomial, and this is a linear, for example. Okay. So linear time. Linear time means if you have 10 data, then it runs 10 seconds. If you have a million data, then it takes a million seconds. It's not any exponential, anything at all, right? So that is efficiency. Efficiency is very, very important. Almost all the major universities, when they teach programming, then they first see the functionality, and then they never forget for the improvement for higher efficiency. So efficiency is very, very important. I want you to practice from the beginning. So when you come to that level, the interview, then I want you to get accustomed to that. Always when you do program, first shot, if you think it works, then you have to think always, how can I improve this? Okay? So if you improved very high, 20%. There are two columns, normal approach and advanced approach. Of course, by this time, maybe advanced approach. If it is an advanced approach and it works well, then instead of 60%, you will receive 80%. And then for efficiency improvement, you will receive 25%. So if your work perfectly, excellently done, then you will have 125%, which is a bonus. Right? Question? Okay, requirements. No requirements at all but laptop. Anything that we want in this class will be downloadable, so we can download it from today. There's no group discussion. This is not right. But online students, this course has a few online students. Online students needs to use a discussion board. I'm not going to involve in that discussion much, but I initiated, for example, in this discussion forum, I said, introduce yourself here. How many introduced? None.
So we don't have to do that part?
On-site students do not need to. But if you are continually on-site,
Yeah.
if you appear here and disappear, therefore online, then somehow you need to contribute to this discussion.
Can we also follow the online students? Are we
Oh yeah,
able to
you
see
can.
them?
Yeah, we're all in the same class, so
If we can continue with the on-site class, we can always opt
right. If you are continually here in this classroom, then you do not need to, but optional, right? For example, online students many times have some difficulties because they are not here with me. Then, for example, installation of some software. It's not always goes smoothly. Sometimes, for some unknown reason, there may be some problem. Then they can post their problem on this discussion. They can create new threads. And then talk among yourself, students. I'm not going to, but some cases, if you see some issue and no one has any solution at all, no hint, then some of you may text me, hey, Professor Yoon, there is some discussion topics, discussion, new thread posted, but no one knows what's going on. Would you be able to help? Okay? If I can, I can. If I don't have the answer, then I can say.
Is there, you said you were recording the
Yeah, it is being recorded.
seminar. Are you able to upload it, or?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so we could always go back to our class.
Sure. Okay. So I wanted to read all others. The grading. We have 2 exams, midterm and finals. Midterm 25%, final 30%. Assignment 40%. So assignment is very, very important, right? So this is the biggest weight. At the end of this syllabus, there is a table of course schedule. So we have for about 6 weeks for language, particularly Python, and 4 weeks network, and 4 weeks operating systems and database systems. Okay. Any questions?
So the midterm is going to be on language only? Midterm.
Oh, midterm, yeah,
Yes, it's going to be on language only.
highly likely. Midterm, therefore, yeah, language only. Yeah, language only. Somewhere here. Midterm and final will be online. Mainly because we have many online students. I'm not sure how many. Some students missed the first class and come back from the second class. So I cannot figure out. But thing is this, by next Wednesday, if I don't see you here, if I do not have any response from online students, then I should report their attendance. I mean, the reality. I do not assume, oh, I know this guy usually comes. I don't see, even so, I don't see him here, then I said, he never attended. Never means till the time that I report. The deadline is next Wednesday, so anybody online, if you see me, this video clips, then go to the discussions session and introduce yourself. Your self-introduction will be counted as the attendance of this class. All right. So this is the syllabus, and then course material. There is another slide. All right. So let's go quick. The same one will be available from my hard drive.
So we just introduce ourselves and just talk about.
You don't need to. On-site students do not need to.
Oh, we don't. Okay. I thought you.
I know you attend this.
Okay, I thought you. Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you attended.
I want to introduce myself more.
If you're real, Jess, yeah. Are you real? Yeah. Okay, let's go quick. I'm not going to do this. Okay, so duplicates, fine. All right. So that is duplicated. Then y Setup. I'm not doing slideshow. When I do this,
Four courses in one class.
Four courses in one class. This is one class. 4 courses.
Language, networking, operating systems,
And database systems, right. Okay. We all know this. How? Yeah, we looked at that. Lecture and lab and homework and content and foundations. Why this course? This course is a foundation for cybersecurity. So those who do not have enough foundations, strongly recommend to take this. So not only that, but as listed below. For example, why not using one already developed? Why did I say this? For example, some student says, "Oh, I don't need to do programming because I'm not going to develop. I'm not interested in any software development, but I am going to use. There are a lot of softwares packages available. So when I joined any industries, corporates, then they also have some software packages to run. So I'm going to run software packages. That's easy for me." You may say that, right? So you can say, why not using the one already developed? That's fine. At peacetime, right? But supposedly, if you are working as a cybersecurity professional, then there may be some cyber threats, cyber attack. Any software packages not necessarily predict much so that the future attacks can be captured or treated well. When you are attacked, then your software packages is no longer useful. You need to know how to first response needs to be made. First response needs to be made at your hand, on your own, by your simple scripting, rather than, "Hey, you're the developer, can you change this, because we have these threads, can you change this?" Then the developer says, "Okay, yeah, we'll take that into consideration, but we'll deliver the products 3 months later." By the time your corporate is no longer existing. So you need to make some quick response. Quick response needs some knowledge, some skills. Not necessarily entire complete programming skills, but at least you need to know some. Therefore, you need to make this immediate response by knowing these foundations. Then why me? Why not outsourcing? I do not do, but we can do outsourcing. Okay, call India and can you make this? Oh yeah, here is Bangalore. Yeah, we can do that, but we'll deliver that 2018. Why for the future life, for example? Oh, yesterday, for example, was it yesterday? Oh yeah, yesterday. Another James said, he's teaching programming courses. Remember that? This was another James, and another, 2 James, right? You remember that, right? So he is teaching programming courses at the elementary school. He's teaching coding coding class 4 of the elementary schools. He's not assigned. He's not a permanent teacher of those 4 schools, but he is associated with a company. That company send teachers to his case 4 elementary school. But that company has about 100 teachers already. But he says that company needs more teachers. So if you want, you can talk to James. Because our James knows the other James. You can ask him to find a position. I think that is good. You can, by after 6 weeks, you can apply for that.
It's good on your resume.
Yeah, put this on your resume. The resume, Python excellence. Put star, and then star notes learned by Dr. Yo. No. All right. What to learn from Python? Write statements in right syntax of Python. So we need to use the statements in the right syntax. Syntax is like grammar, right? All the language has syntax and semantics. Syntax based on some lexicon and something like some language, some token. Okay. So your language needs to be in the valid syntax. So each language has a syntax. Not only programming language, but other languages. Chinese has very, very complicated syntax. Korean language, even simpler than that. Language-wise, right? Chinese language is big world. English is another big world. Anybody knows other language than those 3 major? No, it's not major. But you speak Spanish. Yeah, Spanish is also a big world. It's España or Latino? Spanish. Latino.
No.
You speak Arabic?
Espanol, sorry.
I speak also from Nigeria.
You speak Arabic also?
Yes.
Yeah, she knows.
Not Latin. Espanol.
Oh, you?
Yeah, not Latin.
Okay. Good. So, I know you, native English speaker knows not only English but other second language, usually, right?
Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish,
Hey.
right. Yeah, some other languages, I know. Then you have grammar, right? So usually we need to follow the proper grammar. Any sentence, it follows proper grammar, means something, convey some meanings, not necessarily, right? In grammar, you have, for example, noun, verb, objective, objects. It's a perfect grammar. You put any arbitrary noun, arbitrary word, arbitrary objects. Would that mean some? No, right? So semantics is also important. Same thing. When you write programming statements, then it means something. So when you write one statement, you need to understand what that statement behaves. Okay? So we learn that. And Python is good for GUI and animations. So as I introduce the people, we record this course will start with GUI, graphical user interface, not to start with text instructions. I mean, yeah. enter age and put some, right? Age, then pound sign, question mark. Rather than that, we'll start with the graphical user interface. Mainly, the reason for that is the last phase of your programming class is the graphical user interface. There is no good software packages that do not provide the graphical user interface. Then why not start with the graphical user interface? Right? Anyway, you have to know graphical user interface. If you don't do graphical user interface, then no one wants to use yours. And then some others. Manage means manage files. So Python is good for creating, open, write, delete files. And then Python is really, really good for search. And also a little bit advanced. By having this, we say, oh, that is object-oriented. Yes, Python is object-oriented programming language. But without having to that, Python works perfectly fine. But if you want to do a big project, like collaboration, then object orientation is a must. You cannot avoid of having object orientation in Python. Don't be afraid. Those who have object orientation threat from Java language, it's not that much terribly bad. It's much simpler and you can enjoy. What to learn from network? I want to explain network layers and various protocols and apply network protocol layers to various application domain and manage and monitor IP packets and routing, all in Python. Identify and understand the packets analysis tools. So we'll touch maybe 2 minutes of tools like Wireshark, quick, and then I want you to implement it. Okay, the way the Wireshark gain possibly done in Python more efficiently. Which one? No, not necessarily. Here, Windows. Without having to use a WinSock.
You could use Wireshark in a CLI, like a command line interface.
You could do that, but we'll do Python.
Yeah, I figured. That's good.
From systems, as I said, 2 types of systems will be discussed. But maybe later I'm going to include one more. Here in this class, operating systems and database systems. Maybe next year I will do operating systems, database systems, and web system. Web. www. Okay. When I have that, then I need operating systems and web. Drop database. So we'll include SQL statements in our Python. So let Python execute. Let Python connect database and open table and execute SQL statements and gather the result and send it back to you. From there you can display the way that you want. Okay, by that time you know graphical user interface. Assessment, we already talked about that, and let's go. After break, 15-minute break. Okay, already posted are those two chapters. Chapter 1, we're not yet going to cover this chapter 1 today because none of you set up the programming environment. So there is an appendix, Appendix A. I want you to follow this Appendix A so that you can set up the programming environment for your preference. I introduced, I guess, 4 ways of different environment sets. Simply, you can download. Okay, you first download from python.org. If you do not have Python interpreter yet, right now you can download. Did you, Ellen? Did you download? You already have. Jess, you already have. But Marvin, next time when you come, you need to bring your laptop.
Professor, which version do I?
The most recent version. The version that I have. Let me show it to you.
3.3.4.
3.5 is official right now, but I have 3.6. This is a beta version. Beta version has some issue. When I mean, for this level of Python, I don't think any problem. So either 3.5 or 3.6 will be good for this course. At the same time, if you want to do older version, then actually there are two different streams of language. Up to 2.7, then there's the early version of Python, which was good. Not all of them are migrated to the new version, 3.some. So it's not really reverse compatible, which means any versions of 3.6 can run on 2.something. It's exclusive. Not completely exclusive, but it's two different versions. Old ones does not run on the new one, vice versa. So most cases, the Python programmers keeps 2 versions, 2.7 and 3.some, the new one, right? So I want you to download both of those. The latest version of 2.7, I think 2.7.17, 18, something like that. So you can download it. Just in case you can use it. But for this class, we may not use 2.7. So, yeah, 3.1 is good. 3.5 or 3.6. So you can download this.
Appendix on Blackboard.
I believe it is also posted.
How do you update
Yeah, slide, I'm sorry. And then text, so one of the text, my textbook, Appendix A, installation. So if you click this, then you can see that course material. This is for installation. Yeah. And chapter 1 chapter 1 can be found in this module 1 Python, and there's a text to chapter 1, which means this is chapter 1 and this is appendix. Question, Jess?
How would you go about updating to a newer version? I have 3.3.3. Just re-download the.
Yeah, you can download it, and then you better to uninstall the earlier version before you install it. So uninstall first, and then install the newest version that you have.
So the installation, is it both for Mac and Windows?
Yeah, both for Mac, on Windows, and Linux. Yeah, 3 platforms are possible. Once you install it, then 2 ways that you can do. Oh, wait a minute. This is 2.8.2 and 8.3. Invocation. Okay. Okay, 8.3. Invocation of Python interpreter. Let me first explain about interpreter. What's the interpreter? Spanish to English? Is there any other similar programming tool?
I guess IDE versus command line.
There are 2 types of languages available. One language that you need to compile. So that in order to run one type of language, then you need to compile it. So you need to compile, like collect some components, and then when the outcome of a compilation is a complete set to be executed. Okay, that is compiler based programming. Another case is interpreter, like interpretation. Interpreter does not compile all the required elements as one bundle, but it relies on some engine all the time, which is an interpreter. Python is an interpreter, therefore in order to run Python, then you need to always have Python on your system, your platform. Unless you have compile it. If you compile it, then outcome of that compilation runs by itself. So almost all the software packages, when you download it and click and install it, then without any additional, it runs by itself, which means that is standalone, self-contained software packages. It is possible because everything compiled. So there is a compiler. Typical languages of compilation is Java and C. So when you develop some in C, therefore compile it, and you can give it to your friend, then although your friend does not have a C compiler installed, but outcome of that your program can run alone. That is the compilation. That is a compiler based programming. Okay. Java is a little bit different. Java can produce self-contained compiler like software packages. But usually in classrooms we don't produce that much. Always there should be Java and run. When you run, then Java C and file name. So it runs like a compiler, but it's not really a compiler. It runs on JVM, Java Virtual Machines. It's a different paradigm. But anyway, they are both are compiler based. Internally, why that is different? How those two different engines behaves between interpreter and compiler. Compiler, then it verifies all the statements and it allocates all the memory space before it executes. Therefore, for example, Java and C language is called typed language. Typed means this. Let me type here. Typed language means this. This is what I'm saying. Typed language. Okay? Which ones are typed language? Java and C. So when you declare some variable, if you do not declare the proper type, for example, integer, string, or double, then later when you assign some value, if there is no enough space, then there is an error, right? Because it is typed, meaning before it is executed, that compiler allocate the memory space for you to play. That is a compiler-based programming language, compiler-based execution. On the other hand, interpreter, like Python, you do not need to worry about type. You simply declare. There's no way that, for example, those who knows Java, then let me show to you some of the coding list. Oh, here. When I say name, I didn't say anything. Simply declare the variable without saying, for example, that is it string or is it integer, is it double, or what is the size of a memory to be allocated. We don't care. Why? Because it is not typed language. It's not type sensitive. Type is free. If I assign string, by that time it says, oh, there is a string. If it is a number, then, oh, there is a number. Is it efficient? No, it's not efficient, right? Is it easy? Of course it is easy. So Python is an easy language. You simply use it like this.
That uses more memory, right?
Right, it allocates on time, real time. At runtime, it allocates. It doesn't allocate before it runs, not like Java or compiler. When it comes to assignments, by looking at, okay. So that is the interpreter. Python is the interpreter. Because it is interpreter, we can do that in interpreter mode, like command line based. It's not really command line. It's an interpreter, right? So when you open up version 7, for example, if you type, this is the previous ones. If you say Python 2.7, let me. Okay. This after you install, yeah, this is the way that you can bring up command line windows. So if you can press Windows button and press button Alt like this is same as this, and then click OK, then you will have this command line windows, which is nothing but this, right? In this command line windows, after you install it, I think I better to go to show the version of that download. I know somebody in this online does not know what to do. Then go to one of the tab and copy and paste, which is the address www.python.org/download. There are two versions. Download Python 3.5.2 and download Python 2.7.12. This is what I was telling you. Always two versions. Always. Forever? No, I don't think so. Python was invented, I think 1989 or 90. Around the time that Java was first invented. In, I think, Austria, one guy, during Christmas holiday, he said he was so bored. Okay, let's create one language. There are a lot of crazy guys, right? Well, I'm saying smart guys. So he invented the Python language. Just in few days, maybe a week, he invented it. And then he opened it to the public. So many people join together and add more functions and features, and it grows until 2.7.12. At around that time, it was about 5 years ago. And computer scientists looked at it and they said, oh, this is so awkward. This doesn't start from formal basis, but accidentally it created and added more and more and more. So all of a sudden, messy. But by that time, a lot of applications developed, so they cannot remove it, but instead, okay, before it grows, before it is saturated, we want to formalize it. We want to make it from strong computer programming foundations in strong theory. Therefore, they redesign, which is Python 3.1. Okay? Therefore, it is not really reverse comparable. But Python worlds, Python communities cannot ignore that overwhelmingly already developed software packages still good, still excellent, so they cannot. A lot of applications, for example, multimedia world, movie world, was music, some medicals, some militaries, already developed very, very useful Python language, Python program, Python applications. So they cannot ignore. Eventually, those who developed the earlier versions of software probably migrate theirs. Then earlier version will be obsolete, but not now. And a lot of applications freely available for you to use. So you can download it. When you run it, when you compile it, not compile, when you run it using the interpreter, if you have a lot of errors, then try the earlier version. Possibly it runs successfully. If there is some errors, you can tweak a little bit, then it works. But the recently developed Python softwares should run on the recent version of Python. So from Python 3.0, any versions above, the later version is reverse compatible. Reverse compatible back to 3.0. There is a DMZ, demilitarized zone, between Python 3.0 and 2.7. So you can download one of the, I wanted to download both. Okay? After you download it, therefore, somehow it asks you to set the location. I did that on top level of C drive, but by default, it goes into, for example, program files, 86 or program files, and then create one more folder, subfolder called Java, and with, not Java, Python, and within that Python, from there, this version will come. Python 3.6 is the name that I made. You can do that on your own. But under this folder, don't change anything. Usually there are, there are folders like this. DLL folders should not be touched, should not be modified. If do so, then it may not run later at all within your Windows. These are dynamic linking libraries, so don't touch these ones. Some documentations there, and usually if you want to do it, you can touch library, capital LIB or small LIBs. Click LIB, then they're all like something that I newly added, or something that already given. If you see here small LIBs, just by default it is there. So when you download some module from external in order to run, for example, audio, in order to run video, or for electrical engineers, if you want to do some transformations, signal transformations. So there is modules available. If you want to do statistical analysis, then some modules available. So when you download it, if you want to include within your Python, then it should be somewhere here. There are many ways that you can download Python, Python modules, extra modules. And then there is a script. Some of the script is very useful. For example, when you install newly, then you can use easy install or PIP, one over the other. Highly used. Okay. Many cases, if you run the same Python on the Linux operating systems, then PIP is compatible with it. In Windows, easy underscore install is good. So you can use one or the other within this script. Tcl, usually graphical user interface programming relies on this Tcl. Tcl is default primitive libraries for graphical user interface. Early 19, no, not early, around 1950s, 60s, graphical user interface modules developed for mainframe systems. It's called TCL/TK, TCL/TCK. This early version. After that was developed, when the personal computer was invented, initially PC does not have a Windows version. Apple, early 1980s, when Steve Jobs first invented the personal computers, Apple Macintosh, 1980, 81. He started with the Windows, right? Macintosh is Windows-based. IBM developed a personal computer, 1980s, up north. What's the name of the city? There's a city next to Hudson Valley, along the hospital. There's another city up north, above I-84. There's another city. No, south, very near here. Not Pix. No. Poughkeepsie, yeah, Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie is a city. Still, there are some IBM branches, right? They invented personal computers. At that time, they have a factory there, early 1980s. And then mid-1980s, they moved their personal computer manufacture to Florida, Boca Raton, and they manufactures personal computer till 1980s, late 1980s. And then they sold it out to Microsoft. Multiple acquisitions. Finally, Microsoft adapted, and then they developed the Windows. So, personal computer, Windows Windows system started 10 years after Apple developed Apple Windows. Okay, so TCL/TK, this TCL/TK was based on that. This was the basis for Steve Jobs' Macintosh Windows. This was the foundation to the Microsoft Windows, your current Windows. This was the basis for the Unix version. It's called X Windows. Okay, mid 1980s. X Windows developed. Question, James.
I heard somewhere that Steve Jobs didn't know how to code pretty much at all.
I don't know. Yeah, I was always questioning because he took.
Steve Jobs just did everything else. Business. Steve Wozniak did all the coding.
Wozniak, yeah.
Steve Jobs did barely any coding. None.
But all credit goes to Steve Jobs.
Yeah, correct. But he did the business. He did the hardware. He designed the hardware.
Yeah, I think you are right. You are right. So I was always questioning when I look at his biography. He took only one course from some small colleges in Oregon, and all of a sudden he's so genius. Then we all know that he developed operating systems Mach, which is the basis for OS 10 right now. So it was really amazing. And also everybody says he developed Objective-C. Oh. And also, yeah, maybe Wozniak. Yeah, he's still. Anyway, so this is So Python relies on Tcl. Okay, very powerful, believe it or not. But at the same time, there is a lot of extensions of Python that you could use. But in this class, we are not going to rely on any additional, any powerful GUI development modules in our effort. I want you to stick to the primitive level, which is Tcl. If you know the primitive level, then you will know any extensions from there. If you know only the extension, then you know that version only. You have the core foundation, then you know all, whichever the versions, whichever difference, that you still understand. But if you know only one application, then you know only this. No way that you can get back and go to another, right? So I want you to stick to this. Be patient while in this semester. After this semester, you can adapt another. You can do very easily. So we will do this, Tcl. Some tools available if you want to do parsing, but we don't do much here. Okay, this is Python 36. How can we run? There are many ways that we can run. Once you have this, I didn't put that Python. Yeah, I did for some other reason. But supposedly, if you do not set up environment variable, which is a path is not set, then what you need to do is you need to go back to the location where you installed your Python. So in my case, I can change the directory cd / and Python 36, which is the directory that I made here, right? See here, C drive, I have a Python 36. I want to go back. Reason for that is I am now in this directory, C:\/ users / jyun. Where am I? I am here, users and jyun. This is where I am. That is where I am right now. See, this is where I am. This is the prompt, right? Click this. I have that. This is the location where I am currently. So if I see the content of that folder, then type dir for directory, then I can see all of this, which is this, right? I have a folder directory .anaconda. Oh, I love this word, anaconda. Have you heard of that?
It's like a Python.
That's right. We'll not get to that point yet, but eventually, but not in this class. We don't need that. We don't need the anaconda here. But anaconda is really powerful. Eclipse? Oh, do I have Eclipse? Yes. And some of those, right? And here, so another folder. Let's see. Oh, it's not really. Okay. Anyway, those are the folders. Those are the folders and files within this folder, jyun. From here, if I need to go back to Python 3, then command for that is cd for change directory. And then when I type backslash means top. When I count the path to Python 3 from top, the folder is Python 3. So that I said from top and below Python 3.6. That is a folder. So I want to change my current directory to /Python 3.6. Enter. Then it goes to Python 3.6. So when I type dir, then those are the folders and files that we previously looked at, right? DLLs, doc, include lib, uppercase, libs, script, tickle, tools. If you see here, then there is something that you could do, which is python.exe. Exe extension is for executable. That is an executable file. With that python.exe, it runs by itself. So python.exe is the program self-contained file, so it runs by itself. Python program can run by itself, but your Python code cannot run by itself. It should run when there is Python. It is called the interpreter. Okay. So if you type here Python, then I can see the prompt, another prompt, triple greater than sign. It says Python 3.6.0A1. This is a beta version. Okay, I want to test the new ones. It has some errors. Did I report? No. They are not Google. Google, if you report, they can give you reward, right? If it is critical, then they give you, I think, 10K. Yeah, bug. It has bug, but okay. This is prompt. From there, you can do a Python execution right here. So, for example, 5 plus 2, it works. Gives you 7. Oh, very good. And if you want to say, oh, I want to assign 5 to A, variable A. I didn't say integer. A equals 5, semicolon.
So what if you say integer A? Will it still work?
Yeah, it still works. Integer, oh, that's a good question. I've never done. Int is itself is a function. Therefore, if you have, for example, b equals 3.7, I want to make it integer, then I can do this, then gives you. Okay, b is the floating points.
So it converts everything.
Converts to, yeah, int itself is a function, but I'll get back. I'll try the way that you said. C equals, oh, sorry. It's not typed the language.
What does it say?
It's an error. Doesn't make sense. Why do you bother with the type? I don't care. It's not my language. Okay? It's not my syntax.
I like it.
So it's really easy and
This is my territory. We are Rome. If you come to Rome, then you have to speak in Rome. No, in Italy. Italian, right. All right. So we have, what is A? 5. What is B? 3.7. What is C? Oh no, it is not declared, right? There's an error because when I try to do this, so C is not declared. A and B are, because successfully done here. Can I do print A plus B? Yes. What is A? 5. B, 3.7. So, beauty of this, print is a function, right? Inside, I have a plus sign. That's an operator. It evaluates, and then outcome of that computation is printed, right? So all this is something like this. This is Python. We're not going to deeper in the Python. Okay. How can I exit from Python? Somebody said, okay, try exit. Oops. Try to quit. Oops. What did it say? Quit and exit is a function. So if you want to quit, then function. Quit. Yeah. What you can learn here, Python 3.0 and above is a functional programming language. It's a function-based. Earlier version, Python 2.7, is not function. So, do I have, I do not have a 2.7. I think I need to download.
Exit works.
Yeah, for example, in 2.7, it's a mixture. It's not really formal foundation basis. So print, I did a print here, right? Print, where is print? Yeah, print. Print is a function. Basically, it is an n-ary function. A is 5, B is 3.7, C is 9.0, D is 1, 2, 3. So print A, B, C, D. Function. N-ary function. It's not binary function. It's not unary. It could be. It's n-ary. It could have a 1 parameter, 2, 3, 4, whatever, as I did here. We can do print A plus B, C plus D, A, B, C, D. Right? But 2.7 syntax for 2.7 is not function. When you do print, you should have print space and A. And there is no way that you can do further A. That was 2.7. If I do that here, then there's an error because print in 3.3 version 3 and above consider function as a and consider print as a function. So if it is not, then syntax error. Like print, there's no function, then there's an error. If you do that in 2.7, then 2.7 understand this only. If we do that in 2.7 this, then there is an error. By this simple example, I can say they are not comparable. Okay?
So you said they took control, now version 3.0 and above, they started changing it and making it more like, okay.
Yeah. Only the reason that you need to go back to 2.7 is because if you have some good program written in that version, therefore you want to run it.
Okay. So if you want to print A, B, C, D on 2.7, you have to print it out.
Without parentheses, you have an error. Don't try to learn 2.7. We'll learn 3.
2.7 is kind of obsolete.
Eventually. Yeah. As I said, why still we keep, because a lot of good programs are running. Believe it or not. If I ask some project, some students find the 2.7 from somewhere in the web page, and they said, "Hey, professor, by the way, this runs 2.7." Why you run 2.7? I don't accept the 2.7. You need to submit the 3.0, something that I can test. Okay? Fine, you can download it somewhere, but you need to migrate it. That is your responsibility. That much you can learn. Okay?
So to exit is quit.
Exit or quit, both are good.
Why don't they take the older programs and write them in the newer version of the language?
That's a good question. I said older version up to 2.7.12. So many people jump in and develop and add more. One guy invented, and several other guys think, oh, that's simple and powerful. Well, let me use. Let's create some more. Hey, by the way, this is good. Can you add this? Okay, yeah, bring it. Somebody said, oh, this is a good feature. Can we add it to your language? Oh, yeah, that's good. Why not? Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. It's not started from the concrete, solid foundation. Spontaneously grow to that point. And then they consider, hey, before it is saturated, before too late, we need to go back and restart based on the solid foundation. Let's make it language-like language. That is 3.0 or above. Clear to you?
Yeah.
Probably you don't understand them, but but that is what it is right now. Okay, now IDE is available. I want you to download Paizo. I have that. You can download it here. Let's see. I strongly recommend you to download this Paizo, which is just good. Paizo. Download this only. One of this. Paizo for Windows, Paizo for OS 10, Paizo for Linux. You can download the Conda, a mini Conda, but we don't use that here. We use this another course. So once you download this, then you can see. I'm going to. Exit also works. This is Paizo. Okay, it looks like this. What is the shape? This? Anybody knows this? Blue, vertical, rectangular, and red brick on top of like green brick. It's like building blocks. Double click it, then you will have a very nice user interface. initially if you do not have this shape, this Piezo can run not only Python but many other new shells. But I included Python only. Okay. And there are 3 different panes. Left, here we have tab. So test 0. You can create more by creating a new file. If you click new, then you have new. Okay. If you do not want, then there is a exit close mark. You can close. All right. This is the simple statement that we looked at. Print, and within the function, and then there is a double quote. Entire within that double quote is a string. By the way, Python takes double quote and single quote. Either way, fine. String. C, if you have a single quote, it means a character only. Double quote, there's a string. In Python, if you have double quote, then that is string. Java. Single quote, I think still that is a character, right? But Python doesn't care. Some other cases it cares. When it comes to that, I'll let you know. So this is it. I typed this, and if you bind your shells with the Python, therefore you have a Python here, therefore you have this. See, this is similar to the one that we had here, right? This, when I do Python, then I have this, right? That is this. If you download the Piezo, by itself it has 3.5. So type this and run. Run file as a script. Run main file as a script. Doesn't really matter. Execute selection. Execute cell. I think let's try this. So execute. So many ways that you can do. You can create file and do as a file and some others. What I did was execute selection. So it executed in this interpreter. So outcome of that is hello Morse cybersecurity, as I intended it. Right? So, those who do not have a Piezo yet, I want you to bring your laptop with the Piezo to next class, so that we can start programming in Python from next week. Okay, next class. Any question?
Can you make the screen bigger so I can see it? Maybe I'll sit closer. I'll probably just sit closer.
Oh, how can I? You mean font bigger, right?
even font, yeah.
Font.
Mine is like the whole window in general.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Just fit the whole screen on the TV.
Yeah. Or I'll figure that out. Either within this Piezo or maybe not within, because we need
Piezo is the best.
for what reason? A simple Python. This is one of the best. Yeah. But real powerful IDE for Python related programming is conduct. Okay. I'll see you next week.